Good morning, friends. So today we will discuss about a few basics of VMware Workstation. And the very first thing that I would like to discuss is regarding virtual machine cloning, which is very important because if you are trying to install a operating system on a virtual machine, you will spend a lot of time. In this case, I am actually trying to install CentOS Stream 10, which takes almost 15 to 20 minutes or even at times half an hour for me to install it completely with all the packages. But at least 10 to 15 minutes is a good amount of time that we can save using virtual machine cloning. And here is how we do the process. So this is the default screen of VMware Workstation, where you have right now I have a virtual machine which is CentOS base VM. That is what I named. And on this base machine, I have installed CentOS Stream 10. And I would want to have this machine as it is because for experimentation purposes, I would want to create different clones and experiment on them. If my experiment is successful enough, I will once again retain that virtual machine and work with another virtual machine. If that experiment fails, I can simply drop that clone and then build up one more clone, learn from my mistakes, build one more clone, and from out of those mistakes I try to correct and implement it successfully. When you right click on the VM that you are trying to clone, you will have an option to manage and then clone. So that is the selection that you have to do. So right click on the VM and then go to manage and then select clone. There's a process to everything, and virtual machine also has the same process in VMware Workstation. I am trying to use VMware Workstation 12 Pro. So a welcome message is there. So you just continue with next. And then it goes for a clone source. So where does it clone from? So that is what you have to mention. I have selected the current state in the virtual machine and I have selected to hit next. Then there is a clone type. So there are two clone types: create a linked clone or create a full clone. Always choose create a full clone for your experimentation purposes. Linked clone will not be suitable for experiments. In my case, I have always been a big fan of full clone. Okay, and I hit on next. So then comes the stage where you convey the virtual machine name and the location of the virtual machine where you wanted to store it, and then hit on finish. So the process starts. It hardly takes about 3 or 4 minutes for your entire machine to get cloned. The moment it gets cloned, this is the final screen that you see. So cloning virtual machine is done. So all the 3 steps that it does: preparing clone operation, creating full clone, and done. That means it is completed. The moment you have completed the cloning process, what you can do is you can power on the virtual machine and then check if everything is okay. So the moment you power on, you will most probably receive this kind of a screen where you are asked to enter your credentials, root credentials I am trying to use. You may have some other credentials. So I have used root and my test password always remains as ABCD1234. So this is how I do. During the very initial boot of the machine, that means when you install CentOS Stream 10 for the very first time and then you are trying to boot it, you come across this kind of a message that keeps on repeating. So that is IPv6 MLD clamping QRV from 1 to 2, and last towards that line is an exclamation mark. So if you are experiencing the same kind of situation on your machines, then my suggestion would be ignore that message, concentrate on your keyboard, just enter the user credentials. Here in my case it is root and ABCD1234. So I have entered root and ABCD1234 to enter into the machine, but still the message continues. So furthermore, ignore that message and type sysctl space net dot IPv6 and then dot mld underscore qrv equals 1. Then it stops. So if you want that on every reboot, that the message should not be repeated, then go to your file, which is slash etc slash sysctl.conf. That is the file. So go to that file, travel towards the end of the file and enter the line as shown in the screenshot, which is net.ipv6.mld underscore qrv equals 1. That's it. So on the reboot, next reboot, you will not find that message repeating. Okay. So that is all, and on your next boot without that message, I think you should all be seeing such kind of a screen for you to continue with the rest of the experiments. So any questions on this, you can ping me on WhatsApp. I'll not be available on calls on this number. This is purely a WhatsApp number, or you can drop me an email as well on yugendravenkata@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye bye. Thank you.